Hey everyone, Andrew here, bringing you another video, and today we're going to be continuing my top 20 countdown to my favorite comic book runs of all time. And right now we're on part 3, which is number 10 to number 6. So with that said, let's get into things. In case you don't know exactly what's going down, check out part 1, it's probably 2 videos ago, everything will be explained there. So, coming in at number 10, Number 10 on my favorite comic book runs of all time would be Geoff Johns' run on the Green Lantern, which consists of Rebirth, No Fear, Revenge of the Green Lantern, Wanted Hal Jordan, Sinestro Corp Wars, Tales of the Sinestro Corp.
Don't forget about Agent Orange and Rage of the Red Lantern.
So on and so forth, Blackest Night, blah blah blah. You get the point. I think Geoff Johns is a really good writer. I know there's some people out there that actually don't like his writing, and even on Green Lantern. Okay, that's your opinion. But I felt as though he took Green Lantern out of the grave and he brought him back. I mean, Kyle Rayner was okay, Green Lantern, but, you know, really Hal Jordan was the best. And, you know, Green Lantern title really wasn't doing much, and Geoff Johns came on, brought Hal back, really brought the title back into full swing. You know, we got some new stories. He put some twists on the mythos. Just really did a great job at it. I forgot to mention Secret Origins also, but he did that also. My bad. But he really mixed things up with the Green Lantern. You know, these are fun stories. They're well written. I think my favorite out of the bunch would have to be Wanted Hal Jordan, which was really good, and the Sinestro Corp Wars, which is probably one of my favorite Green Lantern stories. But yeah, it's Geoff Johns doing what he does best. Good writing. Really made Hal a much more enjoyable character, which was interesting because Hal Jordan for me was always an enjoyable character, but Geoff Johns really worked him fairly well. So yeah, Geoff Johns' run on the Green Lantern, definitely one of my favorite Green Lantern runs. It's still going on. I'm not sure if he's going to continue after Blackest Night or Brightest Day or whatever. Not sure. Maybe someone can tell me, but definitely like what he's done. Would love to see more from him. Putting that down. Okay, John, there we go. Boom! Coming in at number 9 on my top favorite runs of all time would be, and everything set, yep, it would be Greg Rucka's run on Wonder Woman, which consists of Down to Earth. He did one title beforehand, Nikado, I forget how you pronounce it, but did that, Down to Earth, Bitter Rivals, Eyes of the Gorgon, Land of the Dead, and Mission's End. Greg Rucka, the one thing I can say about this guy is he really knows how to write a story. But that's his stories really, you know, span over a multitude of volumes. All of this is one big story. The problem with it, very much with sometimes with Grant Morrison stuff, is individually his stories are kind of weak. I mean, if you read Down to Earth, you're probably not going to enjoy it as much alone if you read it with, as if you read it with the rest of the stuff, which then is fantastic. It's kind of like Batman and Son. It really wasn't that good alone, but when put with the rest of Grant Morrison stuff, it's good. So Greg Rucka really mixes things up with Wonder Woman. I like what he does with the mythos, with the gods. He kind of puts the gods in interesting positions. The Amazons, he mixes things up. He really gives us a darker side of Wonder Woman, a more human side of Wonder Woman, but still giving us Wonder Woman. Definitely one of my favorite Wonder Woman runs. Probably my second favorite. The only problem is that you have to read it all. You have to commit to it. I've talked to people before, a multitude of people, that have read just one thing from Greg Rucka's Wonder Woman and said, it wasn't that impressive. But did you read all of it? That's what I always ask. Did you read all of it? Probably not. And that's probably why you didn't enjoy it that much. But you gotta read all of them. So, Down to Earth, Bitter Rivals, Eyes of the Gorgon, Land of the Dead, and Mission's End. If you're willing to bust out the money and put in the commitment, you will not be disappointed at all. Putting that down. What's next? Okay. Next on the list, coming in at number 8 would be, of my favorite comic book runs, number 8 would be Grant Morrison's run on the Justice League of America, or better known as the JLA, at least for the title's sake, which would consist of New World Order, American Dreams, the Rock of Ages, I almost said the Book of Ages, Strength in Numbers, Justice for All, and World War III. This is, I think, some of Grant Morrison's best writing and my favorite writing from him. Although it's not as psychologically in depth as some of his Batman stuff, or as maybe how should I say? It doesn't make you think as much of his Batman stuff. I definitely think this is really, really fun. He really brought Justice League back to its raw roots. You know, the core 7 members. Sure, Green Arrow and Zorro and all these other people eventually come in, Plastic Man and stuff like that. Huntress, Steel, blah blah blah. But he kept it with the core 7. It was really about the core 7, and he did such a fantastic job writing these stories. New World Order was just really fun for a short story. American Dreams, again, fun. Rock of Ages was very, you have to read it over once, one or 2 or 3 more times, because this is really good. This is some really smart writing. Strength in Numbers, probably the weakest out of his run. Actually, no, this isn't the weakest. It's a good story, though. The weakest is probably World War III. Justice for All, my favorite Justice League stories. And then the weakest is probably World War III. But on a whole, wow, I'm mixing up names. Grant Morrison's run on the Justice League of America, or JLA, some of my favorite Grant Morrison stuff. And my favorite Justice League stuff. Putting that down. I know what's next. Let me just check. Yes. Coming in at number 7 would be Chuck Dixon's run on Nightwing, which consists of Year 1, Night in Bloodhaven, Rough Justice, Love and Bullets, Darkest Side of Justice, The Hunt for Oracle, which I don't have, Big Guns, and On the Razor's Edge. Chuck Dixon really knows Batman stuff, whether he's writing Robin, Huntress, Birds of Prey, or Nightwing, and even Batman. He really knows how to do the title. He takes a character like Nightwing, who, a lot of people love, but he doesn't always work and everything. He took Nightwing, put him in a completely new scenario, detached from the rest of the Batman world, although some of them do make cameos, and really gave him such a great feel. It had such a gritty feel. Bloodhaven was a great place. He made some of the stupidest characters seem cool, like Torque and NITE Wing and Blockbuster, which is a character that I really didn't care for, but he really kind of made that character cool too. So, and Nightwing on a whole, it was such a great series, and I read this during a rough time in school, and I could relate to this, and it was fun to read. And if you get anything Nightwing, get this stuff, because you will not be disappointed. This is some fantastic writing. And then coming in at number 6. My favorite comic book runs of all time would be Brian Lynch's run on Angel, or mostly just Angel After the Fall, and the epilogue stuff and all that. Joss Whedon is the king of Angel. He's the master. But if Joss Whedon's the king, then Brian Lynch is the prince. Brian Lynch does a really good job with Angel. I think this was adapted into. I think Angel was adapted into comics much better than Buffy was adapted into comics. And Joss Whedon even said that. He said that After the Fall is more like season 6 of Angel than season 8 in the comics of Buffy was for Buffy. It really is such a great story that has a lot of twists and turns. Really makes you think. It was just, there was no problems with this at all. I did not find anything wrong with this. Such an enjoyable read. Angel, one of my favorite characters of all time, one of my favorite heroes of all time. Just on a whole, pick this up if you get a chance. I only have one of the volumes in trade. The reason is because I have all the issues, so I don't really need to pick up in trade. So that is, 10 through 6. Yes. So 10 through 6, and stay tuned for the last part 4, which is my final 5, my 5 favorite runs in comic books. So with that said, I'm going to end this video here. This is Andrew saying peace out for about 5 seconds.